Kevin Huber, Yale University. All right, solid footwork there to third. Okay, it's a lot easier without a hitter there. To second, you want to stay straight. We talked about it yesterday. You want to gain a little bit more linear edge with your back foot. You see, if you go back, you can see your back foot slide towards the right-handed batter's box. What we talked about yesterday in our clinic session was we want our back foot to go directly under where our chin is, because that's going to put us on line to gain ground. Go back, go back. Put it right there, underneath his chin, straight. Right there. Yeah. Okay. That's going to keep us in line and keep us straight where we want to be. Okay. Because like we said yesterday in our clinic work, we want to stay on line when we throw the ball to second base. And the more momentum we lose sliding towards the right-handed batter's box, the harder it is to gain it back, and our release is going to be behind us. Okay, your release is pretty quick, so you make up for it with a little athleticism and arm strength, but it'll just be easier for you when you move up in level. When you move up in level, the speed of the game changes and you get away with less. So you want to be, you want to clean up your stuff as much as you can, keep it as compact and workable as you can. Again, a little more drive off your backside too. We talked about it yesterday where I gain ground with my back foot, a nice wide base, and then drive off my backside almost like I'm a pitcher. So by the time I let it go, I'm throwing downhill. All right, that one just was a odd separation. That was one we talked about yesterday, the rake, the big inside rake, where you got to kind of slow it down, because if you go too fast with that one, that's the one that's going to happen. So with that rake, you got to kind of slow that down and be a little methodical with it. Okay, we found that the faster you try to do it, the more often than not that you're going to drop it. However, if you just think, all right, make sure I turn the glove, make sure I get it out, and then you're going to be okay. That was pretty good. Again, we just got to clean it up. Just got to make sure we stay straight. The release is okay. The arm strength is good. With the block there, one thing that we see a lot, especially younger catchers, is they leave that thumb out on the throwing hand a little bit. We want to make sure that you bury that thumb. So like we talked about yesterday when we did our drill work, make sure you fire both fingers into the ground. See that thumb right there? That hand is hanging out. I mean, you can catch one of those fingers and it goes a bad way really fast. I mean, you break a finger and, through the course of a college season, you'll find out, you miss 3 weeks. It's almost like a death sentence. The season's over. Good recovery, good athleticism to get to your feet. And you also did a good job blocking it back towards the plate, which is important. But you want to make sure that, again, we tuck that hand. All right, you know what I'm saying? We want to make sure we tuck that hand because we don't want to have that out there because it just can go wrong. All right, now the frame there, what we had, remember we talked about it also yesterday in our receiving session. We want to be able to sway and catch that ball in the middle of my body to present it better to the umpire. The more I catch it in the center of my body, meaning chin, chest, cup, the more I catch it in between there, it looks like our guy hit his spot. Looks like I set up in the right place, presents it well to the umpire. So just a little flexibility in your lower half so you can move a little bit.